So that's the prediction. It's going to be an above average season based on most of the agencies. In terms of the probabilities for Belize, this is done by the Colorado State University. They're saying, based on the forecast for 2021, we have a 55% chance, which is high. Right? That number might look low, but that's a high. 55% chance that we have at least one named storm tracking within 50 miles of the country. Right? What is the long-term average? 40% probability. So if 15% higher, the chances is 15% higher this year than normal that we have a named storm coming near us. In terms of a hurricane, that's 27% compared to an average of 18. And in terms of major hurricane, 8% compared to an average of 5%. Those numbers might appear small, but when you put it in the, when you look at it in terms of the impact, then it becomes significant.
While the forecast cannot tell us if or how many storms will certainly hit Belize, this general prediction tells us that it will be an active season across the basin. And that's why NEMO's national coordinator, Shelton Defoe, says that they remain in a state of readiness, stepping up their preparedness efforts across the country.
We embarked since January on inspecting the shelters around the country, district by district, to produce a list. That list now is being vetted by the National Housing and Shelter Committee, whereby by the weekend going into Monday, it will be finalized and the list will then be made public. We have been digging drains in several parts of the country, as stated there. We are improving our communication system, where down in the south we have put in repeaters so that we could use very high frequency radios, emergency radios, to broadcast amongst certain communities. We have started the process of making sure rivers are starting to be clean and cleared. We have been conducting meetings and training countrywide. Since February, we have updated the family emergency plan and our COVID-19 protocols for evacuation and shelter. We have embarked on, with the direction and support from the Minister and the CEO, the restocking of our warehouses. We have 5 warehouses countrywide. The NEMO system for 2021 in terms of readiness, preparedness at the national and the district level, where committees are meeting and working through and identifying the challenges, issues, and logistics that they need. From that perspective, we are better prepared, and that is the leadership of the NEMO system.
The National Meteorological Service is at the heart of educating the decision makers and the public. Chief Meteorologist Ronald Gordon says that while the radar isn't working at the moment, they do have a number of other tools available to use.
We went through a very, very busy 2020 season without the radar. And using all the tools and resources that we have, we were able to track these systems quite, I say, satisfactorily and alert the public. So even though we consider the radar to be a very important tool for us, we have different assets at our disposal that we use. We can more pinpoint the location of the hurricane, where it's going to go, with improvement in hurricane models, observations, and that type of thing that has occurred over the years. I said track forecast has improved. Intensity forecast remains a challenge. So we can tell you almost, not precisely, but with some level of confidence, where the storm is headed. The question remains, how strong will it be when it gets there? And that's still a challenge.
Another challenge that NEMO is navigating is the issue of shelter and COVID-19 considerations.
We have more shelters in terms of last year and the year before, but we have less space because of COVID-19. So 10 persons per classroom reduces the space significantly. When you used to put 30 persons in a classroom, you're now down to 10. So 66% of your regular space capacity that you have totally lost, due to COVID-19. And so we look at privately owned buildings that could be used as reserve but not placed on the national shelter list, that if you have overspill, then we call upon those owners. But it is a challenge. We will not mislead the Belizean public by saying that it's all fine and dandy. This is one of the biggest challenges of NEMO in terms of shelter space, making sure the buildings are suitable, because they're not NEMO owned.
In 2016, when Hurricane Earl made landfall as a Category 1, NEMO says that they had to repair some 2,500 roofs and rebuild over 300 homes. And so, NEMO advises that we must play our part in safeguarding our lives and our property. And that starts with having a hurricane preparedness plan and building more resilient structures.
The theme for NEMO is to ensure you have an emergency family plan. You could be the camera operator, you could be the taxi driver, you can be a public officer. It doesn't matter who you are. That plan can be 3-4 things written down, stick on the side of the refrigerator. This is our plan. We will notify grandmother, we will stock up on water, whatever food we might be able to buy and purchase, understanding these times that we're in. You know, we are secure the building, we are prepared to move to the shelter to safeguard our lives, whatever it is. And obviously with COVID-19 at the center, making sure the plan feature COVID-19 preparedness in terms of whether it's vaccination, social distance, face masks, having a hand sanitizer, etc. Listen to your radio and television. What we have seen a lot in Belize, if you look to those hurricane clips, I'm getting pictures from around the country when there's a thunderstorm, what we call freak storm. Wind gusts, 30 miles, chief? Maybe 20, 25, 30 miles per hour. Wind gusts for maybe 15, 20 minutes, thunderstorm with rainfall. And complete roof failure. People are losing their roof. And that shouldn't be happening. These clips sell for less than $2 at hardware store that can help anchor your roof. One of the things, again, along the coast, if we are going to build along the coast and rivers where storm surge could occur, build smart, allow the water to run through. This should be made of very weak material so it just washes away, but the structural integrity of the house remains intact because the walls are not concrete where the wave will push against it and push down that house.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.